Revealing the Veil: Insights into the Near-Death Experience. Welcome, dear listeners, to a profound exploration of the near-death experience, NDE, an event that has mystified humanity for centuries. Today, we will explore what these experiences tell us about the mystery that lies beyond the threshold of life and death. Let's begin by understanding what a near-death experience is. Typically reported by those who have come close to death, these experiences often include sensations of leaving the body, feeling a profound peace, seeing a bright light, and sometimes encountering spiritual beings or deceased relatives. What can we learn from these common threads found in countless narratives across different cultures and ages? Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. First, the universality of these experiences suggests a shared aspect of human consciousness that transcends cultural and religious boundaries. It invites us to consider the possibility that our consciousness might be more than just a byproduct of physical brain functions. Could it be that our consciousness is part of a larger, interconnected tapestry of existence? What does that imply about our lives here and now? In diving into the implications of these experiences, we should consider the transformation that often occurs in those who have experienced an NDE. Many report a significant shift in their priorities and values, a reduced fear of death, and an increased sense of purpose and connection to others. What does this shift tell us about the intrinsic values that perhaps we all should aspire to uphold? Furthermore, the consistent element of the light seen in many NDEs is fascinating. This light is described not just as a visual phenomenon, but as an embodiment of warmth, love, and ultimate acceptance. This recurring vision of light raises profound questions about the nature of our final encounter with reality. Is there a primal force of love and acceptance at the core of our existence? Now, consider for a moment the implications of these experiences on our understanding of life. If so many have glimpsed a realm that is overwhelmingly loving and peaceful, how might this insight shape the way we live our lives? Should it encourage us to strive for compassion and understanding, reflecting those qualities that seem to manifest at life's extremities? As we reflect on these questions, let us also consider the skepticism often aimed at NDEs. Scientifically, these experiences are sometimes attributed to brain chemistry, psychological responses to stress, or even as hallucinations. However, the consistency and transformational impact of these experiences beg us to look deeper. Could it be that our scientific understanding, as vast as it may be, is still in its infancy concerning consciousness and the metaphysical? In the next part of our discussion, we will explore the transformative power of near-death experiences and how they challenge us to rethink our existence and our connections with the universe. We will delve into the profound changes in individual lives post-NDE and what these might suggest about the fundamental truths of human existence. Transformation. Through the threshold, life changes post-NDE. As we continue our exploration of near-death experiences and their profound impact on individuals, it becomes essential to focus on how these experiences often act as catalysts for personal transformation. Many who return from the brink of death report not just a change in their attitudes towards death, but a comprehensive transformation in how they view and live their life. They often talk about an increased sense of purpose, a stronger inclination towards altruism, and a deeper appreciation for life's simple pleasures. Why do these profound shifts occur, and what can they teach us about the potential hidden within each of us? One key aspect we observe in these transformations is the dissolution of fear, particularly the fear of death. This significant change can liberate individuals from many of life's anxieties, allowing them to live more fully and engage more openly with the world. Imagine for a moment how our societies might change if fear no longer governed our choices. What kind of world could we create if the fear of losing ourselves or our lives no longer held such power over us? Furthermore, those who have experienced NDEs often report a heightened sense of connection to others and the universe. They describe this feeling as an intuitive understanding that all life is interconnected through a web of consciousness. How might this perspective shift our interactions with each other and our environment? If we all recognize that each action we take reverberates across this web of life, might we choose differently, act more kindly, more thoughtfully? Another common thread among NDE returnees is the urge to engage in service to others. This altruism isn't driven by a desire for recognition or reward, but appears to stem from a deep-seated realization of life's intrinsic value and the importance of kindness and support. In a world that often prioritizes individual success, what might we learn from this shift towards service and community? Now let's consider the authenticity of these transformations. Skeptics might question whether these changes are lasting and genuine or merely emotional responses to extraordinary events. Research, however, indicates that these transformations are not only genuine but enduring. Many individuals maintain their new perspectives and changes in behavior years after their experience. This durability suggests that the insights gained from NDEs touch on fundamental truths about human existence and potential. As we ponder the implications of these profound changes, let us also think about our own lives. Even without a near-death experience, how might we tap into this transformative potential? What aspects of our own lives might we look at anew with an understanding of the preciousness and interconnectedness of all life? In the next part, we will dive deeper into the shared elements of NDEs across different cultures and times, exploring what these similarities reveal about the universal aspects of human consciousness and spiritual insight. Universal echoes, cross-cultural insights into NDEs. As we delve deeper into the exploration of near-death experiences, it becomes increasingly clear that these profound encounters are not limited by geographical or cultural boundaries. Across continents and cultures, despite differing beliefs and backgrounds, there are striking similarities in the NDE narratives. What do these universal patterns tell us about the nature of human consciousness and the possible existence of a shared spiritual reality? Firstly, let's consider the commonalities in NDE reports worldwide. People from vastly different cultures often describe experiencing a bright, comforting light, feelings of indescribable peace, and encounters with benevolent beings or deceased relatives. These elements suggest that there might be a universal dimension to human consciousness that transcends individual cultural programming. Could it be that at the core of our being, there exists a common spiritual essence that NDEs momentarily reveal? These experiences also challenge the notion that life, and consciousness itself, is purely a physical phenomenon. The consistency of NDEs across cultures suggests a layer of human experience that is not bound by the material constraints of the body. This notion aligns with many spiritual traditions that speak of the soul or spirit as an entity that exists independently of the physical form. How might our understanding of life change if we considered these experiences as glimpses into the true nature of our existence? Moreover, the ethical and moral insights gained from NDEs often reflect universal virtues such as love, forgiveness, and compassion. Regardless of the individual's cultural or religious background, these virtues are consistently elevated as paramount during NDEs. This could imply that such values are not merely societal constructs, but fundamental aspects of human nature that surface clearly when individuals are close to death. What does this mean for how we construct our moral and ethical frameworks? Could these virtues be the foundational pillars upon which we should build not only personal but also societal values? Now let us also ponder the role of narrative and storytelling in NDEs. While the core elements are similar, the specific details of NDEs can vary according to cultural backgrounds, which suggests that while the experience itself might be universal, its interpretation is influenced by cultural narratives. This intersection of universal experience with cultural interpretation highlights the power of stories in shaping our understanding of profound experiences. How might we use this insight to bridge cultural divides and foster a greater understanding among different peoples? As we reflect on these questions, we should also consider the implications for our own spiritual and existential inquiries. If NDEs suggest a universal spiritual or conscious dimension, how might this influence our daily lives? Should this knowledge inspire us to seek deeper connections with those around us, transcending superficial differences in pursuit of a shared human essence? In the next part of our exploration, we will discuss the implications of NDEs on our understanding of time and space, and how these experiences challenge our conventional views of reality. Beyond time and space, redefining reality through NDEs. In this section, we delve into one of the most intriguing aspects of near-death experiences: their ability to challenge and expand our conventional understanding of time and space. Many who undergo NDEs report experiences that cannot be easily explained within the framework of our current scientific understanding. These accounts often include descriptions of events happening simultaneously, a phenomenon referred to as timelessness, and a sense of existing outside the physical confines of space. What do these experiences signify about the nature of reality, and how might they influence our worldview? Timelessness in NDEs. One of the most commonly reported features of NDEs is the feeling of existing outside of time. Individuals often describe their experiences as if everything is happening at once, or that time has lost all meaning. This sensation of timelessness challenges the linear view of time as a sequential series of events, which is the basis for much of Western thought and science. The implications of this are profound. If time can be perceived differently, it opens up questions about the very fabric of reality. Could it be that what we perceive as time is merely a construct of human consciousness, a tool to order experiences in a way that makes sense to us? Exploring these questions further could lead to new understandings of physics and consciousness, potentially bridging gaps between science and spirituality. Space and non-locality. Equally challenging are the reports of being able to view events from locations far removed from the physical body. Commonly known as out-of-body experiences, OBEs, these occurrences suggest a form of consciousness that can exist independent of and separate from the physical body. This notion of non-locality, that is, the idea that an entity, in this case, consciousness, can influence another entity directly across space without any known intermediary, is a concept also found in quantum physics. The potential overlap between quantum physics and NDEs could hint at a deeper understanding of reality. Perhaps our current scientific models, which separate physical reality from consciousness, need revising. Could consciousness itself be a fundamental component of the universe, as some quantum theorists and philosophers propose. The experiences reported during NDEs encourage a reevaluation of what is considered real. If individuals can experience such profound perceptions of time and space while their brain activity is diminished or altered, this challenges the assumption that consciousness is solely a product of brain processes. Instead, it could suggest that consciousness is a more expansive, perhaps universal, attribute. Philosophical and practical implications. For philosophers, these experiences provide fertile ground for discussing the nature of existence and the universe. For the layperson, they offer a chance to reflect on the nature of life and death and the possibility of existence beyond the physical. As we move forward, integrating these insights could lead to a more holistic science that not only explores external phenomena but also deeply acknowledges the subjective experiences of consciousness. This integration could pave the way for a new era of understanding in both science and spirituality, where empirical investigation and personal experience are seen as complementary rather than contradictory.